The file can better, right? If something wrong.
What I usually do is have it in the flight plan, but turn it on during the pass. So during the pass, I can use the PDHU and download files and do whatever I need to do. And if something goes wrong, I know that it will be on also in the flight plan.
As a matter of fact, I need the real thing what to do, better than what I should do, because right now we like to try to have the procedure, what the procedure said, which one exactly we have to do first, and what the alternative is.
The procedure says to turn on the PDHU.
Okay.
Then there's a matter of how you want to do it. But that's the important point is to turn it on.
I think as a default, because you just want to have indeed like a procedure to run through. This is, let's say, the default steps that you need to take. I think what you're saying is there's two things. So put it in the flight plan assembler, then you're sure that it's there.
Okay.
But you are just as like a backup, also doing it just at the end of the last pass. But it's just more that if you forget about it or you don't have time, it's on.
Okay.
So let's put it here. PDHUs at power state, we select on in nominal mode for the RAM, and we put it. PDHU can be at 03. Zero zero. So it will go on top of our list. The 2 here indicates the power state of the PDHU. If the PDHU is already on, it will simply stay on. There will be no reset, no restart of the computer. It will stay on, no change. If the PDHU is off, it will go on if the satellite is in nominal mode. Then Gecko, transfer image to the PDHU. We have to pick the image. First one is 246. We have to pick which files we want. Let's go for all. And it must start after taking the pictures. Otherwise, we will send empty files. So 03.
Your recommended speed is like this?
Yes. That's 14, 47, 16, and 18, it's 48. I'm leaving 2 minutes between them. The minimum amount of time is 1 minute. Minimum is 1, recommended is 2. We have transferred the images to the PDHU. We need to move the queue. So PDHU, move files from queue. PDHU has multiple folders in which to put the files. So, well, not folders, but multiple queues to move. I want to move all of them. This is the standard option. It works even if a queue is empty, even if you are not moving all the files, even if all the queues are empty. All queues always work. Here, we are taking 3 images. We have 1, 2, and 3 queues, plus the unknown that doesn't fill up usually. So it's 3 queues for 3 images. It's at least 9 files. You can go on the safe side here. You can even write down 200 and they have just 1 file. It will work.
Not too enough, 200. It's not too enough, maybe 100. Maybe 100 for the maximum number of files. If I select 100, can be?
Yeah, 100 is okay.
I have a question.
So if we click on this, can we see the property? Or we have to delete the command and make it a new one if you mistake it.
If you have if you think it's mistaken, you have to repeat it. What I do, and I will show after appending this one. So give me a second and I will show you. I'll finish this command. So let's assume that, okay, I just put 1 here. So this command is wrong.
Okay.
Don't copy it.
Uh-huh.
I put the right time for the command, but the command is wrong. Usually to double check a command, since you cannot expand it, I go back to the definition, so PDHU move files from queue, and I think okay, I was supposed to move 100 files here. Let's check the command. So I write down the command, the right command, all queues, collate small files, no, override, yes, apply encryption, yes, and I put it 1 second after. So now I can check the strings. And I notice that the second one is different from the first one, and I think, oh, first one must have a problem.
So we check with the hex command code.
Yes. But the fastest way to check it is to repeat the command just 1 second after or 1 second before, so you have the 2 lines together and you can quickly scan them.
แล้วเราลบตัวนี้ไหม Do we have to delete? Suppose that is wrong. This one is mistake.
Yeah.
We have to delete this one and
Yes.
and refresh
We
by
change
Yeah.
and
this
change
one.
the timestamp.
So
And
it's
now,
so it's like it's compiled and you cannot go into it anymore and see, let's say, like on the left what it is, right?
I clicked on delete, and now we have just the right command.
ใช่ไหม
And we change the timestamp.
It's 1 second, doesn't
Okay.
make a lot
It's
of
alright.
sense. In this case, you can, if you want to have it perfectly ordered, it's okay. Usually for this kind of command, I don't do it. If it was one of those 3 commands, yes, I would have to, because I need to take the picture at the exact time. If it's just one move file or turn on the PDHU or any other command, 1 second difference won't change anything. So we are moving the files, and now we synchronize them with the list. So it's Gecko, synchronize image with acquisition list. Again, our 246. We could start. Okay, the duration of this command depends on how many files you have. So I usually you need to do it to be able to get the images.
Yes, sure.
You don't need to do it after every image.
That's the first image.
Look at this.
เดี๋ยวไอ้ question แต่ละ command เนี่ยค่อยกลับมาถามต้องไล่ว่าแล้วเราไม่ได้ใช้ตรงนี้ทำไมเราไม่ได้เงินเดือน
At this flight plan.
ตรงนี้เราขอดูว่า
This flight plan has clearly 3 images here and 3 images here. Since there's no passes in between and there's no opportunities to download, I can simply take the images, turn off the camera, then take the others, and then transfer, flash the queue, and synchronize them all together before the following pass. That in Thailand would be here. So what we are doing, it's a necessary step. Procedure is to do it at least once before you have a pass.
Before.
Yes,
before
the
pass.
cutoff.
So I prepare the pictures. I can take 2, 20, 30 of them. I want to move them to the PDHU and prepare the PDHU before the following pass, so that I can download them. I don't need to do it after every image. I can do it together at the end of the plan. It's okay, but it has to be done. And the amount of pictures changes the time needed for the PDHU to move them. So in this case, we have 3 pictures. We can skip 2 minutes here. If you have more pictures, you may want to skip 4 or 5. You want to give time to this command to execute properly. The more pictures you have before that command, the longer it will take. Is clear to everybody?
Oh. So we do this command before we download email.
Exactly.
That,
Yeah, in advance. Not don't do that at the last minute. You have to do it in advance. So 0320, 0322, synchronize image. 46, 47, and 23, and 48, and 24. Images are synchronized, transferred to, images are transferred, flashed, and synchronized. I need to camera on off, camera off. I can put it at the end, so 24 1 second is okay, or I could even put it here just after this, because the camera is working up to this point. So let's put it here, 03 20 00, camera off. So camera works up to the command number 11. 2 minutes later we can turn it off and we don't need it anymore. PDHU is needed till here, but we need to download those pictures. So to download the pictures we need the PDHU on. And I don't want to have the PDHU on at the beginning of the pass, because it's time that takes to it takes time for me, and I don't want that. I go to my predictor. I'm using Orbitron. The pass ends at 4:32. So here I want to uplink the flight plan. Here I want to download pictures. Afterwards, I won't need the PDHU. So I can say, okay, 04:32, the pass ends. I can go here, PDHU, set power state, off at 04:35. Or even 04:32, it's really the end of the pass. At this point, I won't be downloading pictures, most probably, and I want to see by telemetry that the PDHU is going off. So I pick the last 30 seconds of the pass to turn it off. Add to the file. This is a full sequence to take in this case 3 pictures. PDA2 power state needs to be on to move the files. Camera needs to be on to take the pictures. Free the slots, erase, erase, erase. Take the images at the appropriate time. Transfer the images to the PDA2. Turn off the camera when the job is done. Move the files from the PDA2. Synchronize them with the CDHS. And turn off the PDA2 after the following pass. So between, let's see if I have to re-click them one by one. Between 16 and 17 there's a pass. Between these 2 commands. So in between I can download files and be sure that the PDA2 will be off by itself at the end of the pass. I'm saving time for the commands.
For the gecko synchronize, we don't need PDA2 to turn on.
The PDA2 is already on here because you turned it on here and you didn't turn it off. This
Oh,
point.
the camera.
The camera, you don't need the camera for this. The camera you need to erase, take pictures and send them to the PDA2. After sending them to the PDA2, the camera has done its job. You can turn it off. This one, I know, I realized that the name can be tricky because it seems a camera command.
This is gecko.
But only needs the PDA2.
Yeah, that's confusing.
Yeah.
That should be PDA2 instead of gecko. Pardon?
Yes, probably.
ผมก็สงสัยตอนนี้
Yes and no, because for example, the Chimera camera doesn't have this option. So even if you move the files to the PDA2, the Chimera cannot do this. So it's limited to the Gecko. It's a Gecko specific command. So
ครับเขียนด้วยนะตรงนี้เดี๋ยวเผื่อมันเป็นข้อจำกัดเราทำเราไม่รู้ไอเดีย
okay.
Make sure we can off the camera after the synchronize.
No,
Maybe
because
first
those are commands for the PDA2 and the CDHS, and they don't need the camera.
does not mean the camera.
No, this means a process linked to the Gecko functioning. This one needs the camera. Move the images from the camera to the PDA2. This one doesn't need the camera.
It could make us confused because you use in the
Yeah.
training that's the point. But the thing that you get here and you get there from different place, right?
Yes, because
Right.
here you are taking from the camera, sending to the PDA2. Here you are taking from the PDA2 and synchronize with the CDHS. So you're using different subsystems. PDA2 power state we have, so we have the full set of commands that we need. Now, we don't know yet if we will have time or what will happen between one pass and the other. So, just to be sure that nothing is missing from this flight plan, and be sure to receive beacons in case I cannot command, something goes wrong between the passes. I will check the times and add the beacon activation. The first one is at 4:20. So beacon, I like to go 100 at 4:20. Uh, 900 seconds is 15 minutes. So,
Thank you.
good morning. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
รูปถ่ายรูปด้วย
Okay. So 900 seconds. I start 1 minute earlier than the AOS. So if there's some error in the ground station or the TLEs and the satellite is visible a little bit earlier, I could be lucky enough to start receiving beacons before the pass. So give it a margin, append the command. Then, since I want to be sure that nothing will be lost, I also do it for the following 2 or 3 passes. 1448, 48, and 1623. The following day, I need to remember to change the date, otherwise it will go up the list. 0238. Let's make it 37. So, this is my flight plan.
So start beaconing at 4:20.
Did I get the wrong time?
No, so before the pass.
Yeah, but we are gonna use this pass to uplink the plan.
Okay.
So, if it starts 1 minute before the pass, I'm sure that it will be already beaconing as soon as it's visible from the ground station.
Okay.
Because this time, this exact time, maybe 3-4 seconds later, and so there's no need to lose those seconds if I start the command just a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Usually 30-40 seconds early is okay,
It's
and
okay.
you will get the maximum out of it.
There's no problem if we transmit beaconing
1 minute
before.
before? No.
It's nothing
No.
harm the satellite. Okay.
No, absolutely.
And start and then we have to stop.
Hmm?
900เราเสร็จ900
Oh, okay, okay.
But okay, I got it.
So this is just safety measures. If we cannot not command at least for 3 passes, we will keep getting beacons. It can
Okay.
be a longer list, a shorter list, depending on how confident you are. But it's good practice to have at least the following 3 passes, even if you are sure that you will change plan. This is just a precaution. It doesn't take much time, and it can really help you.
How last is it? Temporary mean how long? That you
This is how long in seconds. So I'm activating them for 15 minutes as a default. You could even check every pass how long it is and specify the exact number, but it's not really needed, and it's just faster to pick 15, that is the longest pass you can have, and repeat the command.
But this one you're gonna set up, you open up when you pass to us, right?
Yes.
For each one. Okay.เดี๋ยวเราค่อยมากรุ๊ปไอเดียกันว่าต้องทำอะไรบ้างเดี๋ยวจบ
In this case,
มากรุ๊ปไอเดีย
for the training, I will also turn it on in Delft, so if we need something, the backup team can check on it on the satellite and help us without maybe sending commands if we want them, if we don't want them to. I don't know if you're using a software for prediction. In case I can show you how to set up this. It's free and quite useful.
ฟรีไปใช้
So
เราแรกๆมาเรา
ไปใช้
เขาเรียกกันให้เราใช้ตัวนี้ใช่ไหมครั้งแรกเนี่ยแล้วก็หายไปเลยเอาไปทนโอเคเดี๋ยวเราค่อยมาคุยกัน
ของ
ที่ว่าพี่ก็มี
it This is 50 seconds before, it's okay. Then 10:32. Let's make it 10:31. Oh, not this one. And 12:07. $13.44. Well, here 13:44, I may decide to change. Oh no, never mind. In this case, this is an interesting scenario. Passes below 0.5 won't be tracked by the ground station. So this one I can remove. They are too low for commanding, and so the ground station won't track them. The minimum angle is 0.5. Should be 0.5. Then I want 1947. 2120. 29, 1 minute before. 22:55, okay. And the first pass 0849. Well, no, because I made a mistake. Who can spot it?
Day.
The day, exactly. So delete this one. 21. 19.
No, 27. 29. 29. The date it should be 29, not 27.
You are right. You are right. 27 is no. 27
Today.
is today.
So are we going to take pictures today or tomorrow?
For the
beacon.
The beacon.
Oh, so that's a 27, 28, 29. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's 27 is today.
So yeah, so for today there's beacons, and then for tomorrow there's beacons.
So all those that I put tomorrow should be today.
Yeah, because you're now putting in how many beacons?
All those that we need in Delft too. Just for backup.
These are the backup beacons for the Delft station to be able to monitor.
Okay.
Those are not passes. Not all those are passes over Thailand. Some are passes over Delft, because I want the backup team to receive information and be ready and tell us if they spot something that we miss. So these two are passes in Thailand. These two are passes in Delft, and this one.
Right now we have 30 minutes before pass.
Yeah.
20 minutes, yes.
No, because I went no because of what? They have the one system in the line. Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Okay.
So this is our flight plan. Now we need to save it and uplink it to Major Tom. Do you have connections to Major Tom from your laptops?
No.
No.
ปุ้ยเป็นการปุ้ย
เครื่องไหนลิงก์กับเมเจอร์ทำได้ปะต้องเป็นเครื่องสเตชัน
มันจะลากสายมาเสียบได้ไหม
แล้วถ้าอย่างนี้เราสมมติเอาอย่างนี้เราทำจากบ้านมาแล้วเราจะเอาไปไว้ในสมมติเราเอาไปใส่เมนชั่นทอมที่นี่ใส่จำได้ได้ไหมอย่างนี้ได้ไหม Can we save it and put in the jump die and then copy to another computer อย่างนั้นดีกว่าไหมลองอย่างนี้ก่อนคือไปทำที่บ้านไปทำที่บ้านมาในรอนจริงอ่ะ
ถ้าอย่างนั้นก็เอาทำได้มาเสียบ
เราจำได้มาเสร็จอย่างนี้ดีกว่าแล้วก็เรามาอัพลิงก์ผ่านตรงนี้ดีกว่าไหม
ครับ
เพื่อป้องกันให้อัพโหลดจากที่บ้านมาอย่างน้อยเรามาให้ทุกอย่างมาเริ่มต้นที่ห้องนี้ดีไหมเป็นโปรโตคอลพวกเราเลย
ถ้าก็ได้
ดีไหมอย่างพี่หนูไปทำงานเย็นนี้เองไปทำไฟล์แบนมาเที่ยวพรุ่งนี้ใช่ไหมพอมาปุ๊บพี่ตู้ต้องขอดูก่อนที่จะอัพลิงก์มาเดี๋ยว
ใช่เอามาเปิด
เพราะว่าไม่ได้กลัวความผิดพลาด แต่เราจะความผิดพลาดที่เราความสูญเสียที่เกิดขึ้นโดนเสียไปรอบมันไม่ใช่เรื่องนะไอ้เนี่ยถ้าเกิดเราดูอะไรแล้วเดี๋ยวถ้าอย่างนี้มันง่ายกว่า
เราจะอัพโหลดไฟล์แพนของเราหรือของเรา
เอาของเราเลยไหมได้ถึง
ต้องเช็คก่อนไหมพี่
Yes I don't know I asked you
ต้องเช็คก่อน
he asked me
บีคอน
he asked me
ผมยังไม่ครบ
he gonna upload yours or his data I said yours but he said ไม่ก็ไม่ชัวร์ก็เดี๋ยวเอาของ
Are
เขาก่อน
there
นะ
differences with mine?
ถ้าไม่ชัวร์ไม่เป็นไรพี่ไม่
โอ้ something I don't know
โอเค
we
so
have to
yours
double check
ไม่เป็นไร
So, okay.
เอาไหมเอาเข้าไป
เอาเข้าไป
yes
เพราะเราเป็นการใช้ครั้งแรกไอ้โปรแกรมที่เราลงมัน
แล้วเดี๋ยวเราก็กลับมา
แต่
รี
ว่า
วิว
เข้าใจ
นี้
แล้วพี่
โอเค yes it's yours
so know how we save it
Oh. Oh no, because this is okay. This is the one that we made now.
yes yes oh I have quick check why the cam
This is the default folder.
on camera on and off I see the question mark between them
Oh, because at the beginning I had a different definition, right? The name was different. When you load a flight plan or change the command definition, the software cannot be certain that
Cannot be what?
the software cannot be sure
uh-huh.
that the commands it is seeing are the ones associated with the XML. So it says, I think that this is camera on off, but you changed the XML, so I cannot be sure that this is camera on off. So it puts the question mark. All the others don't have the question mark because I put those in the flight plan afterwards, and now they are. It recognizes them and says, okay, I am sure of those. If I change the command definition file, they will all get the question mark because I'm changing the definition, so the software is telling me, be careful, I cannot be 100% sure that these are the right commands.
I have one question
Yeah.
can we make the download command in file plan
No, not for the files, because you need the ground station to interact, as we were seeing yesterday. When you were downloading files, you always had two bars. One is download, the other is confirmation. And you need that to download the files. You can download what, for example? Orbital data, that's okay, because it's one direction. Satellite gets the command, satellite sends data, doesn't check if the data gets to the ground. But the files, they get checked. So they need the loop with the ground station. You cannot put them in the flight plan.
เพราะว่าเดี๋ยวจะมีผู้รู้
ยังไงพี่เมื่อกี้พี่ฟังไม่ทันก็โทษที
คือผมถามเขาว่าเนี่ยเราสามารถใช้คำสั่งดาวน์โหลดในไฟล์แผ่นได้เลยไหม
ต้องสั่งดาวน์โหลด
คือสั่งคำสั่งให้ดาวน์โหลดในไฟล์แผ่นเลยไม่ต้
ต้
อ
อง งสั่งพวกนี้เหรอไม่ต้องอย่างนี้ใช่ไหม
ครับใส่ไปเลย
คำถามคือได้ แต่เราต้องมาทำทีละอันทีละอัน
อันนั้นเซฟกว่าเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวจะเพิ่งมีคนถามเราว่า
ดาวน์โหลดรูปจากดาวเทียมลงพื้นดินครับเขาบอกเป็นข้อยกเว้นว่า
อ๋อ
ใส่เข้าไป
ดาวน์โหลดโดยตรงเลย
ให้
คำถาม
ทำหน้างาน
คืออย่างนี้ครับถามว่าได้ไหมได้แต่ถามว่าทันไหมไม่ทันเพราะอะไรที่เราสามารถอย่างนี้เขาเรียกว่าโผล่ไฟล์แปลนเป็นการโผล่ภารกิจนั่นเองแต่ไอ้ที่จะไปทำในความคิดพี่นะในที่เป็นเนี่ยที่เราไปแก้นี่คือแก้ปัญหาเฉพาะหน้าที่จะต้องเนี่ยเดี๋ยวจะมีวิธีการนี่ไงที่เนี่ยฮะที่พี่เนี่ยตัว 2.3 send command ตัวซึ่งมันมี2วิธี2 action แอคชั่นแรกก็คือ send command ที่เป็นอันแรกของ during pass command เนี่ยที่ว่าตรวจไอ้นั่นตรวจไอ้นี่ไอ้เมสเซียไอ้นั่นนั่นคือหน้างานแล้ว หน้างานนั่นเองแต่พอเสร็จเรียบร้อยนะสเตเบิลแล้วใช่ไหมเรียบร้อยส่งไฟล์แผนนี่คือไฟล์แผนเป็นแค่ชุดคำสั่งที่เขียนไว้ให้เรียบร้อยเพื่อที่จะสั่งให้ดาวเทียมไปทำตอนที่มันลีดเราไปทำไมต้องอยู่ในไฟล์แผนนั่นเองแต่สั่งล่วงหน้าได้ไม่ได้แต่เราต้องมาใส่เจอคีย์อย่างนี้ไม่ทันอย่างนี้เราใช้เวลาประมาณ1 ชั่วโมง
next part have
เพราะฉะนั้นอะไรที่จะต้องสั่งให้เราเขียนที่หลังจากนี้แบบต้องอยู่ในไฟล์แผนหรือสั่งล่วงหน้าได้เปิดโปรแกรมเบคอนเนี่ย activate bacon อะไรนะสั่งไว้ก่อนแต่แรกเลยก็จบไม่ต้อง
So
ไป
first you
ไป
recover
พอ
from
มันมา
your
เดี๋ยวมันเปิด
terminal,
มันเอง
and if you have time, you can go on with the flight plan.
ที่เราจะต้องไปเจอเดี๋ยวเช็คนั่นเช็คนี่ใจเราไม่ค่อยยังไม่รู้หรอกเพราะฉะนั้นไอ้คำสั่งเนี่ย building last command
satellite
เอาไว้ใช้ก็ต่อ
how
เมื่
much
อ
time
เห็นสถานการณ์สถานภาพเทลแล้วก็ไปแก้ไขอันนี้ต้องการ
Depends on your
เพราะฉะนั้น
uplink.
ถ้าเกิดไอ้นั่นก็มีปัญหา
Can go
ไฟแบนก็ยังไม่ส่ง
from
โอ้แม่ง
10 seconds to 1 minute.
เพราะฉะนั้นเคลียร์สเตปของลูกดาวที่ไม่เสร็จเรียบร้อยสเตเบิลทำอะไรก็ว่าไป
Usually it's less than 1 minute to send it up
สุดท้ายเราต้อง
and
ไฟแบน
turn it
แล้ว
on.
เดี๋ยวจะต้องให้มันวิบ
ครับ
Yeah, you need to take action, check stuff. So I would consider
ว่าจะทำอะไร
on average 1 minute, 1
เนี่ยมัน
minute
มา
and a
เรา
half.
ก็ไม่รู้จะทำอะไรก็จะทำไป
Full,
เรื่อย
from beginning to the end, the full uplink and check.
ที่บอกดาวน์โหลดภาพที่ผมตั้งงานเพราะว่าแอปโหลดไม่ได้ดาวน์โหลดไม่ได้
เป็น
เป็น
file
หนึ่งในไม่กี่คำสั่งที่เขาบอกว่าใส่
Sorry for always stealing
ช่ว
your
งของมี2 บาท